Hello everyone, Mike again here, back with another Star Wars Destiny deck video. This is just a quick deck I threw together and have been playing a little bit with. It's a fun deck. It's not going to like win tournaments or doesn't really play terrifically in the metagame, but it is fun. So I'm just going to show you what I'm running here. This is a hero deck using Han and Leia. So we have, first up the location, we have our Starship Graveyard, Jakku, from the Ray Starter set. And when you claim it, you can put a support or upgrade in your discard pile on top of your deck. So we have the Starship Graveyard. We are running Leia for her elite cost of 16. She has 11 hit points. She has 1 range damage, 2 range damage, 2 range damage at the cost of 1 resource, 1 focus, 1 resource, and a blank. And she has, like I said, 11 hit points. And has the ability to remove this die to re-roll up to 2 of your dice. So if you roll both of them, you can remove 1 to hopefully roll better. So we're running Leia, 2 of it, or 2 dice I should say, and we're running a single die of Han Solo. I don't have a second Han Solo yet, so I'm not really doing the Rey and Han deck currently, but we have Han Solo, 10 hit points, has 2 range damage, 3 range damage at the cost of a resource, 2 disrupt, 1 resource, and a blank. And it says after you play a card with ambush, you may give this character 1 shield. So as you can tell, this deck is going to be probably running quite a few ambush cards and cards that give other things ambush. So there's our Han, only running 1 of him so far. Into our upgrades, I have 2 promotion, red character only, cost of resource. Has +1 range damage, +1 melee damage, 1 focus, 1 shield, 1 resource, and after you play it, you can draw a card. So again, we're running 2 promotion. We are running 2 DL44 heavy blasters. So it costs 3 resources. It has ambush. So with Han, it's going to give him a shield. It has 3 range damage, 3 range damage at the cost of 1 resource, +2 range damage, a resource, 2 blanks. Like I said, it has ambush. And after you play this upgrade, force an opponent to choose and remove 1 of their dice. And again, that's 2 of the DL44 blasters. We are running 2 thermal detonators. So you get the spotted yellow character to use it, so Han has to be still alive for you to attach this to somebody. Costs 3 resources. Has 1 discard, 2 discard, 1 resource, a special, 1 special at the cost of 1 resource and a blank. And if you roll a special, it is deal 3 damage to each of an opponent's characters and then discard this upgrade from play. So essentially the detonator goes off, and obviously if it explodes, you're not going to have it again. So does 3 damage. It also has some nice discard faces on it as well. So we're running, again, 2 of the thermal detonator. We have 2 jetpacks. Costs 2 resources, has a +2 range damage, +3 range damage, 1 disrupt, 2 shields, 1 special, and a blank. If you roll the special, it says remove a die showing melee damage and give this character 1 shield. So obviously, if you put this on Han or somebody, you can basically get remove damage and get a shield as well. And again, that's 2 of the jetpacks. Those are neutral cards. We have, I think it's only 1. Yep, 1 survival gear. Here's our survival gear. Costs 2 resources. Has 1 melee damage, 1 focus, 1 shield, 2 shields, a resource, and a +1 resource. So no blanks on this at all. Obviously, if you roll the +1 resource, you'll need an unmodified resource to be able to resolve it, though. So 1 survival gear. We have 1 holdout blaster. I want to get more of these to put in this deck, just mostly for the ambush effect. So 2 resources. It has ambush. It has a 1 range side, 2 range side for the cost of a resource, +2 range damage, 1 shield, 1 resource. It also has ambush, so you get another action after you attach this, and it also has redeploy. So once the character gets defeated, you can move it to another character. Only running one of it right now, but if I get more, I'm going to put another one in. We're running one Cunning, so it costs 2 resources. Yellow characters only, so it's only going to work on Han. It has a focus, one disrupt, one discard, one resource, a special, and a blank. And special is resolve a special ability on another card in play, um, or in your hand. Is it in your hand? Oh, as if it were your card. So you could roll a special on this and trigger a special off of something else, even if it's an opponent special. So it's pretty cool. We're running one Cunning, and then we have one Infiltrate. It's a hero card. One Infiltrate costs one resource. It has a Disrupt, one Shield, one resource, a special, another special, and a blank. And the special is reroll up to 2 of an opponent's dice. So if they get a really good dice roll, you can use a special and have them reroll those dice, and hopefully they get worse results. So there's one Infiltrate. Oh, actually, we do have one more dot card of a die here. We have one Diplomatic Immunity. Costs 4 resources. It's an upgraded ability, so it has a 2 focus, 1 shield, 2 shield, 3 shield, 4 shield, and 2 disrupt. And the shields that are provided by this card can be split between different characters. Normally, when you resolve shields, you can be like, I want shields on this character only. Or so this one lets you, if I roll the 4 shields, I can put 2 on Han, 2 on Leia, and stuff like that. Or I could put 3 on Han if he has 0 shields on him. It lets you kind of split up your shields. It's a little bit costly, but it's a pretty cool ability. And next, a card. Ability that doesn't require dice, but we have 1 second chance. So it costs 3 resources, and only works on yellow characters, so it's only going to work on Han. But what it does, it says before the character is defeated, let me see. Before attached character would be defeated, heal 5 damage from it and discard this upgrade from play. So if there's lethal damage showing against Han, I can heal damage from him, discard this, and then it goes into my discard pile. That's where the Starship Graveyard comes in, so you can get this back and use it again if you want. Alright, into our supports. We only have a couple that require dice. We have one Launch Bay, so it costs 5 resources, so it's fairly expensive. And the X in all the dice symbols is equal to the number of cards in your hand. So if you have 5 cards in your hand, it'll be, all of these will be at 5. So it has X range damage, X disrupt, X shields, and X discard, and a blank. So if you have 5 in there, those will become 5. You have 4, it'll become 4, and so on. Fairly expensive, but can be pretty devastating if you can do like 5 damage with this. You have one Outpost. So 2 resources, has a focus, 1 disrupt, 2 disrupt, 1 shield, 1 special, 1 blank. The special lets you resolve the battlefield as if you had claimed it. So if we're on the Starship Graveyard, I activate the special on this, I can then pull something out of my discard pile and put it on top of my deck. So it lets you activate the ability of the location, even as if you claimed it. So you can basically, if you did that and then claimed it, you would get 2 triggers of the battlefield being claimed. So there's one outpost. We're going to move into have a couple more supports here that don't require dice. So we have 2 Infamous. So it costs 1. You can basically exhaust this support to give the next yellow card you play Ambush. So again, with Han, that will give him shields. And they cost 1 resource, so there's 2 of those. We have 1 Play the Odds. So you can exhaust this support to reroll, let me see, reroll a yellow die. So you get to reroll a yellow die. If it has a resource, you get 1 resource. Alright, now we're up to our events. So I am running 2 Hit and Run. So it costs 0. Has Ambush, so Han will get a shield. You also get another action after this. You get to activate one of your red characters. So, I had this in turn 1 in one game, threw it out, activated Leia, and then was immediately able to resolve some damage off of her. So we have 2 Hit and Run. I have 2 It's a Trap. That's a trap. So there's costs 1 resource. It's an event. It has ambush as well, so Han's going to get shields off of that, and you get another action after it. You choose a symbol showing on an opponent's die, and then you can change any of your dice to that symbol as well. So if you need to get a ton of damage out, or you want to get a ton of resources to get your launch bay, if they have a resource showing, you pay this, you turn all your dice to their resource sides, and on your next turn that you get after playing this, because it has ambush, you can then resolve those. So we have 2 of those. We have 2 Electroshock. So spot a yellow character, so Han has to be alive still for this to use. And you can remove a die showing a value 2 or lower. Now you might want to like resolve one of your opponent's unmodified range damage if all they have left is the modified ones, and they won't be able to use those. So we have, that's an example. So there's 2 of the Electroshock. We have 2 Unpredictable. Cost 0. It also has ambush, so Han will get a shield out of it. And it lets you reroll a die, either yours or an opponent's, and then after you do that, you get another action because of ambush. Again, 2 of that. We have 1 Scramble. Cost 0. It's an event, so basically spot a yellow character to re-roll all of an opponent's dice. So if they rolled really well, or they did something that lets them change their dice faces, then you can basically just re-roll them, so they're not going to be able to get the to resolve them how they want. So we have 1 Scramble. We have 1 Let the Wookie Win. Cost 1. It says force an opponent to choose to either deal 2 damage to one of their characters or remove 2 of their dice. So there's 1 of that. And finally, I only have 1 of it so far. If I get another one, it's going to go in. 1 Shoot First. Has ambush. And then it says resolve one of your dice showing range damage, then remove an opponent's die showing range damage. So you get a deal damage and then remove one of their dice that also shows range damage. That's going to do it for this deck video. Let me know what you think of it. I'm going to put the deck list in the description below. Once I get some better cards and maybe like another Han, I'm probably going to build the Han and Rey deck. And if I build that, I'll do a video on that as well. But that's going to do it for this video. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Take care.